where you have people who just want to do their thing in their own way. I think the youth should get better organized and get to take the politics from the grassroots. Not like we are saying, let it be the youth that will present delegates. That is when they can also present clean people, credible people that will be voted for. Politics is grassroots. If you are not at the grassroots, you are not there. If you are not at the grassroots of democracy, you are not there. So it's not on the streets, it's not on social media. It's not marching on the street. It's not being active on social media. Use the enormous strength you have and the number, just like the church. The church has the number, has the spread, has the network, but totally ignorant of how the political system of Nigeria is played. That you've got to be at the grassroots to be the ones that will elect who to be voted for. Until we get to the level where we are the one electing who the public will vote for, we can't get there. Either by the youth or the church is the same. So the youth should leave the toll gate, leave the streets, and go to the wards.
Sir, when you said that people should forget about anything changing after 2023,
yes,
you're telling us that for the next 8 years, because we assume that anybody becomes president will possibly rule for 8 years. What we are saying is that people should expect another 8 years of suffering, another 8 years of...
They should rise up and take the country back themselves.
When, sir?
Well, 2023 is here. 2027 will follow. Get involved now and work towards those that will emerge. And you know, politics is very dynamic. To start with, it is not all the 36 states that are voting at the same time. Now there is a staggered, about 8 states or something vote at different times. I think Anambra is coming and the other one is coming. That's a chance for you. And you know, nothing really is stable in politics. It's dynamic. So if we sit down, either the youth or the church, and say, so the next 8 years, let's wait. No, you don't wait. Get involved. Anything can change. Get involved. Like that's why I said the other time, it's better to be late than never. So we should get involved. And every politician too also need people. By the time you have heavy registration into the political party, that is where it starts from. It's not just having the voter's card. You must have the party card. It's not just the voter's card, but also the party card. And when you get to the party level, bind yourself into a caucus, that's another thing. Political parties is a caucuses. As you see them meet at the world level and local government, they are in caucuses. The owner of the caucus send them to get the structure for him. So you to bind yourself into a caucus and have a block voting and put your people there, which is easy. Nobody is stopping either the youth or the church from getting into the party politics and getting yourself into a caucus and presenting your people. No politician can stop anybody from doing that. But they are much happy because it's only their people that are there. So I think that is the route to go. With our present system, that's the way to go. Get involved and make sure it's your kind of people that emerge, both as the delegate and ultimately as the candidate to be voted for. That's the only way I see. Short of that, it will be protest, it will be fighting, and nobody wants to go to war. Nigeria will not go to war, because whoever sees war will never pray to see war. So we are going to, through the democratic system, take Nigeria back. It will take the people binding themselves together. You see, and that is one problem I see in Nigeria. Clean people, educated people, corporate people are too busy. They don't want to go to that level of the commoners and the hungry, the poor. People at the grassroots level are very poor, very illiterate, suffering masses. That's why they will fight over 1,000 and fight over 5,000. You wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do that. But as long as you and I will not go near there, then we are handicapped. So I don't see any other way to change Nigeria except through these democratic means, by getting involved and in an overwhelming number and making sure that credible people emerge. There are credible people all over Nigeria. Go to the ivory towers, go to the industries. People are just busy with their own private life, making life good for themselves. They can make Nigeria right, but the structure that will produce them is never there now. And that structure has to be built.
So, if I may just, the model you are recommending for the church now is that they should come in
forcefully, massively.
With their funds?
Not funds, necessarily.
With what?
With their people.
With their people?
Yes. All these about people.
At the grassroots?
Yes.
And also probably support those who are contesting?
No, we have not even gotten to the level of support. Okay. Get there massively.
Okay.
And put your people at the ward level. That executive at the ward level are the delegates. Those are ones that have the power to determine who will emerge for the public to be voted for. That is where the church is totally absent. Even the youth totally absent. That is the platform that is abandoned for the money bags, the political warlords. It's totally abandoned to them, and they are happy. They are happy. Because those that are there are those that will fight over the little crumbs they drop from abroad. You need to be at the world level and see how they fight over what Papa sent, what was sent from abroad. They will be fighting over it. You and I won't take 5,000 naira to sell our conscience, to sell our future. But the people there don't care. They are suffering. They are suffering. They are poor. They are illiterate. So that is where we need to go and take it over, which we have not seen, which we must see, or else the suffering continues. Because Nigerian problem is leadership problem. If you can solve that leadership problem, you solve Nigerian problem. Nigeria can turn around within 10 years. You have the right people who love this country, who are not selfish, who are corrupt, who are passionate. If you find them in leadership at different levels, Nigeria will change.
But do you think those who have taken hold of power would easily let go?
They will not easily let go, but you will use the critical mass to take them out of it. It's about people. Politics is about people, and that is what I said in that video. Politics, and I said next to God's power is political power, and political power is people giving. We have the people. You just spoke about the youth now. Look at Big Brother Nigeria has over 1 billion votes, majorly by the youth, and it costs them every time it costs them 30 naira or something. Now you don't need that. If this critical mass will go to the world level and structure themselves, don't forget, they have to bind themselves together and present credible people like them. Vote for them. There is nothing the politician will do if you have overwhelming majority. And like we said now, option A for, like we said now, open voting. I mean, what do you call it? This the new law that is passed. Direct primary. So that makes it good. So go there in large number, organize yourself, and present the best. You know, the Nigerian problem is that the best Nigerians are not there. The worst Nigerians are the ones there. And that's our problem is fundamental, is foundational. And I said we'll go to that route and change it. You can't change Nigeria. Because can you see the voters' apathy in this country? Many people are not even registered to vote. Many of those who register will not collect their voters' card. Those who have their voter card will not go out on the day of election because they don't look at the people. There is nobody wanting to be voted for here. And you also know democracy. Whether you come out to vote or not, they will count whatever is voted, and a winner will be announced. So it's going to be vicious circle. Only, they said the definition of lunacy is to keep doing the same thing the same way, expecting a different result. We just keep in a vicious circle. Except we break that vicious circle by massively going down to the grassroots, organizing ourselves there, and letting good people emerge. Who will elect good people? Nigeria will not sacrifice.
Thank
you so much.
We'll round up at that. Thank you so much. Daddy, we appreciate you for your time. We